and I don't know why over the so many years टाटा मोटर्स इसको ठीक नहीं कर पाई है। बहुत ही बेसिक चीज़ है, बस ये चीज़ यार, ये ठीक कर दो टाटा मोटर्स, घुटने में दर्द हो जाता है यार चलाते चलाते। Today we've got the Tata twins with us, the new Harrier and the new Safari. Well, they're not exactly all new, they are mid-life updates, but they promise to deliver an updated experience to the buyers. So what all they've got in form of new tech and features, and how good or bad are they? Let's find out over the next few minutes. Now for this video, let's start off with the Harrier first. Now starting off with the Harrier's design, well, first of all, this color. Now this is a very brave and bold color choice by Tata Motors, and do I like it? Well, I got a mixed answer. I kind of would like it to drive for a day or two, but I wouldn't want to buy a car that looks so loud. But yes, it's a good looking color. It gives the car a very nice sporty feel. And talking about the sporty design, you can see up front, the grille again has been given a very nice pattern. You've got this studded metallic treatment here. It goes on from top till the bottom. And when you look at the bumper and the headlamp unit, again, it's different from the Safari, given more curves in order to give the Harrier a sporty feel, because Tata Motors considers its Harrier bias to be different from that of Safari. So they've given it a more younger vibe. Even when you look at the alloy wheels here, they have a nice pattern to it. Of course, the ones on the Safari are way cooler, but again, these also look good. You've got the Harrier badging here, and otherwise the design remains the same. The tail lamp, of course, are different. You've got these very nice, funky looking cluster inside the tail lamp, runs from end to end, giving the car a very nice wide road presence. And when you put all of this together, I think the Harrier has definitely grown a lot in terms of the design. It looks sportier, it looks better, most importantly, it looks more expensive than the older version. Welcome to the cabin of the new Harrier, and color जैसा बाहर आपने देखा था काफ़ी daring और loud, अंदर भी वैसा ही यहाँ पे दिख रहा है। ऑप्शनल है, अच्छी बात जो मुझे सबसे पहले मैंने पूछी कि ज़रूरी तो नहीं है कि यही मिलेगा, तो नहीं, आप ये कलर नहीं भी लें तो चलेगा। मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगा खासकर अंदर ये कलर, और कंसर्न ये है कि ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम ये गंदा होगा। यू कांट अवॉइड दिस फ्रॉम गेटिंग डर्टी एंड डार्क एंड क्रीजी ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ 6 months और 1 year। सो ये एक इशू हमेशा रहेगा इस कलर के साथ। बट उसके अलावा अगर देखें, द कैबिन, the dashboard is new, it has a new premium design to it। ये पूरा जो टच पैनल है आपका यहाँ पे, it's completely flush fitted, and when the ignition is off, then you only have these 2 physical buttons। but एक बार आपने ignition on कर लिया, so all of your buttons come to life, so it kind of has a very cool vibe to it। The touch screen again is nice, it has a floating effect। टच स्क्रीन का रिस्पॉन्स जो है, यानी कि टच रिस्पॉन्स अच्छा है, रेजोल्यूशन काफ़ी अच्छा है, डिस्प्ले क्वालिटी अच्छी है, इंटरफेस इजी है, एंड द वन थिंग आई रियली लाइक इन द न्यू हैरियर इज़ दिस इंस्ट्रूमेंट क्लस्टर। तो यहाँ पे आपको ये फुल्ली डिजिटल इंस्ट्रूमेंट क्लस्टर मिलता है। आप इसका डिज़ाइन, इसका लुक चेंज कर सकते हैं, इन्फॉर्मेशन जो आप यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं वो भी चेंज कर सकते हैं। आप मैप्स अगर एंड्रॉयड ऑटो, एप्पल कारप्ले से यहाँ पे चला रहे हैं, उसकी जगह आप यहाँ पे भी पूरी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं। बेनिफिट उसका ये है कि व्हेन यू आर सीइंग द मैप्स हियर, यू नीड टू टेक योर आइज ऑफ द रोड। बट यहाँ पे जब आप देख रहे हैं, आपको बार बार अपना अटेंशन हटाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है रोड पे से, सो एड्स टू द ओवरऑल सेफ्टी। स्टीयरिंग व्हील इज़ न्यू, similar to what we've seen in the new Nexon, but this is a 4-spoke unit, तो थोड़ा सा दिखने में आई थिंक Nexon से पर्सनली मुझे ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन वही बैकलेट पैनल है, कूल लुकिंग स्टीयरिंग व्हील। एंड उसके अलावा अगर मैं बात करूँ यहाँ पे, अगर आप ये ऊपर का या नीचे का डैशबोर्ड के इधर का साइड का ये सॉफ्ट टच मटेरियल देखेंगे, द फिट एंड फिनिश इज़ क्वाइट डिसेंट। एंड वन इशू दैट persists in the Harrier राइट फ्रॉम डे वन एंड इट्स सरप्राइजिंग कि इतना टाइम हो गया लेकिन टाटा इसे एड्रेस नहीं कर पाई है अभी तक। वो है ये जो यहाँ पे जिस तरह से डैशबोर्ड में ये कॉन्टूर्स दे रखे हैं, कर्व्स, एक आप चलाते हुए बार बार आपका ये जो नी कैप है यहाँ पे हिट करेगा एंड इट्स वेरी वेरी अनकम्फर्टेबल एंड आई डोंट नो व्हाई ओवर द सो मेनी ईयर्स टाटा मोटर्स इसको ठीक नहीं कर पाई है। बहुत ही बेसिक चीज़ है। सफारी में भी यही प्रॉब्लम है, सेम डैशबोर्ड हैरियर में भी यही प्रॉब्लम है। बहुत ही इरिटेटिंग है ये। बट उसके अलावा आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी नाइस कैबिन। फीचर्स भरे हुए हैं, वायरलेस चार्जर, एंड्रॉयड ऑटो, एप्पल कार प्ले, पैनोरामिक सनरूफ, बिग पैनोरामिक सनरूफ, फुल्ली कनेक्टेड कार। सो दैट मीन्स आप स्मार्टफोन पे व्हीकल डेटा देख सकते हैं, यू कैन ट्रेस योर व्हीकल, यू कैन जियो फेंस इट, बहुत सारी चीज़ें आप स्मार्टफोन से एक्सेस कर सकते हैं। सो इट्स अ कनेक्टेड व्हीकल, सो वो काफ़ी एक बढ़िया एडवांटेज मिलता है एज अ बायर। वन अदर न्यू थिंग इज दिस metallic rotary selector for your not drive modes but basically the traction mode, so you can switch between normal, wet and rough basically when you're doing a bit of off-road. In terms of seating, again good seats, ventilated seats by the way, both of these, and this is an electrically adjustable seat. So जैसा मैंने बोला फीचर्स की भरमार है नए हैरियर में, बहुत कूट कूट के टाटा मोटर्स ने इसमें फीचर्स भरे हैं एंड काम आई थिंक ऑल ऑफ देम वर्क वेल। काफ़ी अच्छा जो मैंने आपको बताया, एवरीथिंग कम्स टुगेदर इन अ वेरी नाइस फैशन। इवन द स्पेस इनसाइड द कैबिन, द कबी होल्स, सब कुछ काफ़ी अच्छी तरह से डिज़ाइन है। आप यूजेबल, आपको सब कुछ यहाँ पे चीज़ें मिलती हैं। बस ये चीज़ यार ये ठीक कर दो टाटा मोटर्स, घुटने में दर्द हो जाता है यार चलाते चलाते। Once in the back of the Harrier, well, it's a good place to be in. Space के मामले में कोई कमी नहीं है, no changes compared to the old Harrier. So आपका wheel base, dimension सब कुछ सेम है एंड कोई बुरी बात नहीं है इसमें। Harrier में स्पेस पहले से ही अच्छी थी, अभी भी आप देख सकते हैं। ड्राइविंग सीट मेरे हिसाब से एडजस्ट करके 5 फीट 8 इंच मेरी हाइट है, अभी भी मेरे पास काफ़ी जगह है, काफ़ी नी रूम है, आराम से अपने पैर में ड्राइवर सीट के नीचे स्लाइड कर सकता हूँ। उसके अलावा अगर मैं यहाँ पे बात करूँ इस सीट की, तो इस बेंच अपने आप में काफ़ी कंफर्टेबल है, कुशनिंग बहुत बढ़िया है सीट की, बैक रेस्ट एंगल अच्छा है, हेड रेस्ट यहाँ पे एक चीज़ अच्छी है जो आपको सफारी में भी मिलती है हैरियर में, ये बिज़नेस क्लास टाइप ये आपको मिलते हैं हेड रेस्ट, जो लॉन्ग जर्नी पे काफ़ी कंफर्टेबल रहेंगे क्योंकि फिर आपके हेड को सपोर्ट मिलता है। आप सोचते होते बेसिकली यू डोंट गो लाइक दिस, सो दैट्स एन एडेड एडवांटेज। सो या आई मीन ये एक अच्छा फीचर है। अंडर थाई सपोर्ट भी गाड़ी में काफ़ी बढ़िया दे रखा है। 3 लोगों को बिठाना थोड़ा चैलेंजिंग हो सकता है, दैट्स बिकॉज ऑफ दी हाई सेंटर टनल एंड बट येस सीट में विड्थ है बट इसके कारण थोड़ी दिक्कत होगी। एंड बियॉन्ड दैट आई थिंक इट्स अ गुड कैबिन टू बी इन। यहाँ पे आपको ये ब्लाइंड्स भी मिलते हैं, सो it adds to the overall comfort of the cabin and overall I think it's a good upgrade पुरानी Harrier से। मेन अपग्रेड यही है कि फीचर्स बढ़िया इसमें अब ऐड हो गए हैं एंड आगे जो एक टच एंड फील जो पूरा एक एक्सपीरियंस है Harrier का वो पहले से काफ़ी इम्प्रूव हो गया है। Alright, now let's talk about the driving experience of the new Tata Harrier and not a lot of this driving experience is going to be new because the powertrain stays the same. Yes, of course there are mild calibration changes, but it's the same engine, same gearbox, the one that we are driving right now, it's the manual, but even if you go in for the automatic one, you're going to get the same hardware. It hasn't changed. So you get the same 2-liter 170 horsepower engine, the same unit that also powers the Jeep Compass and the Meridian is the one that's powering the Safari and the Harrier. Well, it's a fairly decent engine. It's not an engine that's going to turn an enthusiast's dream into reality. It doesn't have that kind of push, but yes, it's an engine that's aimed at giving you a comfortable and a smooth drive, and it does that in a very good fashion. The NVH or the noise, vibration and harshness levels inside the cabin are quite low, so not much of the diesel clatter that is evident on the outside, not much of that filters inside the cabin. So it's a nice comfortable cabin And of course, in terms of driving, like I said, it's a smooth engine, gives you a decent amount of power. The manual gearbox, well, it works well. The throws are not too long, and the gearbox slots in fairly easily. And yes, the ride quality is great. All of the surface undulation and potholes are dealt with in a very good manner. It's the same hardware, just like the engine, the suspension remains the same, but the calibration has changed. That fine tuning has been done to make it a little more comfortable, but that's about it. And same is the thing with the engine. Again, just mild changes done to support like the new sport mode, wherein the steering now also weighs up or has a heavier setup when you put it into sport mode. So that is the kind of calibration change that has gone in. But talking more about the steering wheel, well, that is one area where there has been a major change, because this now gets an electric power steering, and as a result of that, unlike the old Harrier, you do not have to wrestle with the steering at parking speeds. You do not have to wrestle with it. It's easy to use, and that just adds a lot to the comfort and the overall sophistication of the vehicle. Earlier, that was one of the things that put me off a bit, that heavy steering was not in sync with the premium positioning, but now yes, that thing has improved. In terms of handling, well, the Harrier is, again, like I said, the hardware is same, so there's not much of a difference from the outgoing version. Continues to be a confident SUV at high speeds, and in a straight line it's very stable. Of course, the weight helps, and even around corners it's a predictable vehicle. It's not a sporty SUV, so you won't be chucking it into corners at ludicrous speed, but yes, it's a stable SUV which you can have confidence in and you can enjoy your drive. Now, when we're talking about Tata vehicles, how can we not talk about safety? Well, the Harrier is now taking it to a different level, because you get 6 airbags as standard, but you also get the option of a 7th airbag in the top variant, which is the driver knee airbag. So adds to the overall safety. And that's not it. You also have the ADAS suite, an improvised ADAS suite. So it can also prevent an accident from happening, and in case the unfortunate event of a collision happens, you have the assurance of being in a safe vehicle. Now, before I go ahead and wrap up the video and give you a conclusion about the new Harrier, let me tell you that you need to check out the JBL audio system in the new Harrier, or the Safari, that is, because it's got this phenomenally good sound quality for this price bracket, and it's got these amazing modes that you will enjoy toggling in between. So yeah, give it a try. Alright, now let's answer the $1 million question, whether you should buy the new Harrier or not, and has it resulted in a major upgrade with this new avatar or not? Well, the simple answer to that is yes, it's a definite big step up from the previous version. It looks better, it feels better, it drives a little better, and it feels more comfortable, it looks better. It is also connected. So yes, an overall experience, when you look at it from a driver experience or an occupant experience, it has definitely raised the bar. So yes, improvement on all fronts. That said, an area where I think there could be improvements, well, with the knee rubbing against the center console, which has been an age-old problem with the Harrier and the Safari, that hasn't been resolved with this version as well. There is also bits and pieces, where there could be improvement in plastic quality, the way the plastic has been cut. So the machining quality definitely can improve, especially considering the price. This will definitely be north of 20 lakhs. So for that price, I would expect a bit more finesse and quality inside the cabin and outside as well. Now, talking about the price, well, the prices haven't been announced for the new Harrier yet. They will be very soon. But when that happens, we expect the new Harrier to be a tad more expensive than the outgoing version, of course, because of all these new features. But Tata Motors needs to keep in mind that they still end up pricing the Harrier and the Safari comparatively. And that's because, yes, they are, getting new features, and you will end up paying for them. But with the increase in pricing, Tata Motors is gradually going up to a price segment where there are options to go in for more premium brands that have more brand value, perceived brand value is higher. Some of the other brands in this price segment will also throw in a 4x4 for you, for all those people who are looking for a more adventure lifestyle or want to go off-road. So yes, Tata Motors needs to be a little careful there, but as long as they price this comparatively, I think the new Harrier has done a good job of getting an upgrade. Looks better, drives better, feels better.